Have you ever wondered why, despite all your successes and all the effort you put into everything you do, you still feel an inner emptiness? No matter how successful you are in life, with your friends, or even in superficial relationships, you still lack that sense of fulfillment, that inner strength that guides you, gives you focus and clarity, and worse, you feel trapped, enslaved by desires beyond your control. Whether it's the need for immediate pleasure, the compulsion for gratification, or the relentless pursuit of external validation, something within you always seems to elude your true essence. Now, imagine a scenario where that energy of desire, that immense inner strength, instead of being wasted, is transformed into something extraordinary. Imagine feeling complete control over your energy and how it could shape your life, influencing your decisions, your health, your relationships, and even your life purpose. And most importantly, imagine how the world begins to react differently to you, because your transmuted energy is now perceptible. Even without words, do you think it's impossible? That living without giving in to your urges is just a myth? You might be right, if your perception is limited to the idea of celibacy or abstinence. But what if I told you that conscious celibacy isn't about repressing your desires or denying yourself pleasure, but about transmuting your life energy to create something you never imagined you were capable of? For millennia, great spiritual traditions, masters, and initiates have known a secret hidden from view. Within you resides an energy, an invisible force that, when properly understood and harnessed, has the power to heal illness, transform your destiny, accelerate your spiritual growth, and discover true wisdom. This power is your life force, what the ancients called prana, kundalini, pneuma, or inner fire. What most people don't know is that we're constantly wasting this energy without even realizing it. Instant gratification, sexual addiction, and unbridled consumption of stimuli. All these modern distractions drain your life force and prevent you from connecting with your true strength. But the good news is that things can change. There is a way to turn things around, regain control of your energy, and reveal the man you truly are. The secret lies in transmuting that energy. By choosing to preserve your sexual energy, rather than unleashing it unchecked, you're not missing out. You're invoking a higher power, a creative force that can be redirected into any area of your life, your purpose, your health, your relationships, and of course, your spiritual development. You may be wondering how this actually works. What is conscious celibacy, and how can it truly transform my life? The answer lies in the ability to control and channel one's energy, not through force or repression, but through awareness. In this video, we'll explore what the ancient masters knew about this practice, how it can help you restore your energetic balance, and its impact on your brain, body, and even your relationships. We'll reveal how to use sexual energy wisely to connect with yourself and create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. If you're tired of living in a cycle of fleeting pleasures and want to access true power, stay with me until the end, because what you learn here can change the course of your life and the way the world perceives you. It's not about striving for perfection, but about taking control of your energy and starting to live with purpose. This is the secret they don't want you to know. And trust me, if you understand and apply it, the world will respond to you in ways you never imagined. If this idea inspires you and you want to learn more about transforming your energy and life, subscribe to the channel. Here we explore practices and insights that can shift your perspective and strengthen your path. Don't forget to hit the bell so you Don't miss upcoming videos that will help you continue your journey toward self-mastery and evolution. Now that we've introduced the concept of conscious celibacy and the power of transmuting life energy, let's explore in more detail what this energy is and how it connects to your inner fire. Have you ever felt an inexplicable fatigue, as if you were exhausted, even though you didn't seem to do anything to cause it? Have you ever wondered why, despite all your accomplishments and successes, you still feel a sense of loss? This feeling isn't just physical, it's deeper. It's a disconnection from your true life force. Within every human being resides a primordial energy that sustains us. This energy is not only biological, but also spiritual, a life force that permeates our being. It is this energy that wakes us up every morning, that drives us to create, evolve, and pursue our goals. In the yogic tradition, this energy is called prana. In Taoism, it is called ding. In some Christian traditions, it is described as the divine breath. In medieval alchemy, it is called inner fire. But whatever its name, it carries the same essence of vital energy, the fuel of life. Imagine this energy as a flame, a sacred fire burning within you. From birth, this fire is your most powerful ally. It's an inexhaustible source of creativity, motivation, and potential. Yet, most of us waste this energy without realizing it. Every time we give in to an impulse or indulge in instant gratification, we waste a little of that flame, and over time, if we don't learn to hold it back and channel it, it will die out, leaving only a void. Modern society lives in a state of constant distraction. We are constantly bombarded with stimuli, social media, entertainment, food, drink, and fleeting pleasures. These stimuli take us away from our center, our true energy, and lead us down the path of compulsion and addiction. Every time you give in to the urge to masturbate or engage in instant gratification activities, your life energy is released without purpose, without awareness or direction. This may sound harmless, but in reality, it depletes your inner strength. By using your energy without purpose, you lose the opportunity to use it to grow, create, and evolve. And the worst part is, this doesn't just happen on a physical level. When you waste your life energy, it affects your mental and emotional state. Your mind becomes fragmented, unable to focus or maintain prolonged concentration. Emotions intensify and become uncontrollable. You lose touch with your intuition, your inner wisdom, and begin to act more impulsively and unclearly. This energy doesn't disappear. It disperses and weakens, and in doing so, you lose something precious, your presence. Have you ever noticed how some men walk into a room and, without a word, everyone around them feels their presence? They radiate confidence, focus, and energy. It's not magic. It's the result of a man who has learned to control and channel his life energy. Now imagine having the power to regain control of that fire, to channel it towards something greater than yourself. When you decide to stop giving in to those impulses for immediate pleasure, you begin to feel something different. Your energy no longer dissipates. Instead, it begins to focus and strengthen. This isn't just a feeling, it's a fact. Previously expended life energy accumulates and rises. And what happens when this energy begins to accumulate consciously? It circulates through your energy centers, purifying the body and awakening the mind. In many spiritual traditions, this energy is called Kundalini. It is considered a latent force that, once activated, rises up the spine, illuminating every energy center in its path. Ascent brings mental clarity, focus, and, above all, spiritual connection. But for this energy to rise, It needs guidance. It's not enough to hold it back. It must be channeled toward a higher purpose. Ancient masters like yogis, Taiji practitioners, and alchemists knew this. They used specific breathing, meditation, and movement practices to guide this energy and prevent it from scattering aimlessly. Channeling this energy towards something greater can take the form of simple daily exercise, mindful walking, focused meditation, or even creating a project or piece of space art. The secret lies in the fact that by directing this energy towards something that uplifts you, you access deeper levels of clarity and power. This is something modern society refuses to reveal to you, because people who are aware of their life energy are independent, powerful, and, above all, free. Scientific research has begun to confirm what spiritual masters have known for millennia. Maintaining your sexual energy can increase levels of dopamine, serotonin, and even testosterone. It can also improve cognitive clarity, focus, and vitality. And most importantly, when you begin to transmute this energy, your body and mind reorganize. You become more present, more in tune with your mission, with your true nature. When you begin to hold and channel this energy, changes will manifest in every aspect of your life. Your presence strengthens, your gaze intensifies, and the way the world reacts to you changes. Distractions diminish, and others sense your energy before you even open your mouth. You no longer need to seek attention because your energy attracts everything you desire. Now, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Have you noticed how your energy can influence your life in unimaginable ways? How have you experienced managing these impulses? And how has it affected your presence and focus? Share your experience or questions in the comments. I'm here to listen to you and perhaps help you take the next step. Let's explore this path of transformation together. Once we understand what this vital energy is and how to transmute it to create a stronger, more centered life, it will be essential to address the dangers of energetic weakness, a phenomenon that profoundly affects most people without even realizing it. Energy weakness isn't a visible or physical symptom, but something much deeper. It manifests as a lack of motivation, emotional instability, and a constant feeling of being lost or searching for something without ever finding it. When your life energy is continually dissipated by automatic impulses, such as uncontrolled sexual desires, emotional addictions, or the search for instant gratification, you enter a vicious cycle. Think of your life force as a huge fuel reserve. If you continue to consume this fuel without realizing it or focusing on it, it will gradually deplete, and you no longer have the strength to pursue your goals. And the most insidious thing is that this happens silently, imperceptibly, until you begin to feel the side effects of this weakness. Mental fatigue, lack of concentration, irritability, anxiety. You may wonder why this happens. The answer lies in how you spend your energy. Every time you give in to a passing temptation, such as compulsive masturbation or pornography, you waste your creative and transformative energy. The worst part is that over time, your body gets used to this sudden burst of pleasure, and you become addicted to the cycle. Your mind and body constantly seek the immediate sensation of pleasure, instead of focusing on lasting and meaningful achievements. But the worst part is that once you get used to this type of instant gratification, your ability to concentrate and make informed decisions diminishes significantly. Your nervous system is going haywire. Science has shown that dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of pleasure and reward, becomes uncontrollable when you live in pursuit of immediate pleasure. Over time, this creates a vicious cycle that drains your life, energy, and weakens your ability to act. Every time you give in to an addiction, you allow a part of yourself to disconnect from your essence. Your intuition loses its spark. Your inner strength dissipates. Worse yet, you begin to live on an autopilot, trapped in a cycle of desires and impulses, unaware that you are moving away from who you truly are. The impact of energetic weakness extends beyond the mind to the physical body. When life energy is constantly released without purpose, the body is deprived of the fuel it needs for balance and focus. Your health begins to deteriorate, and you feel more tired, more prone to illness, and more disconnected from your vitality. Indeed, sexual energy, properly channeled and harnessed, can revitalize the body and restore your health. But when it's wasted, it leaves the body in a state of energy depletion, which can even lead to hormonal imbalances. Men, for example, can experience a drop in testosterone when they consume excessive pornography and masturbate, which directly affects their energy, mood, and physical performance. Furthermore, on a mental level, the energy depletion caused by addictions leads to greater mental confusion, making concentration and decision-making difficult. This directly affects your focus, motivation, and ability to meet challenges. Your mind wanders, constantly drawn to one desire after another, without anchoring itself to what's essential. But what really happens when you live in this state of low energy isn't just a feeling of fatigue or lack of motivation. It's a profound disconnection from your original energy. Living in pursuit of immediate pleasure is like denying your creative potential. You're running away from your true mission. You're exchanging the sacred fire that could be used to build something meaningful for a fleeting flame that quickly dies out. And over time, this cycle becomes a prison. You begin to look outside for what you should be finding within yourself. External validation, fleeting pleasure, and the need for distraction intensify, and the inner emptiness only grows. You begin to notice that the world around you is becoming more disconnected, as you yourself have disconnected from your essence. The good news is that getting back to normal is possible. The solution lies in regaining control of your energy. You need to channel that energy into something greater, beyond instant gratification. To do this, you must break the cycle of instant gratification and start directing your energy towards self-mastery. It's not about repression, but rather about reorientation. By choosing to preserve your life energy, you begin to feel something new. Your mind clears, your presence strengthens, and most importantly, the world reacts more positively to you. Transmuting sexual energy begins with small steps. Every time you resist the impulse, every time you decide not to give in to momentary gratification, you regain control of your energy, and over time, you will see a significant change in your life. More focus, more clarity, more health, and more presence. If what we've shared so far resonates with you, and this message can change your path, please consider giving us a little thumbs up. This allows us to offer more content like this to you and to all those seeking a path of transformation. If you haven't yet signed up, take the opportunity to join our community. The first thing to understand is that your life's force, your sexual energy, is not just a biological force, but an energy of transformation. It holds immense creative power. It may sound abstract, but think of it as a fuel that can move mountains if you know how to use it. In practical terms, this means that whenever you feel the desire or urge to enjoy instant gratification, you're dealing with this pure energy. It's not about repressing or ignoring desire. but about recognizing that energy and using it in a transformative way. Transformation doesn't happen by distracting or running away from that energy, but by observing it and consciously choosing what to do with it. This is transmutation. Whenever you feel the urge to give in, you have two options: expend that energy or continue the pursuit of immediate pleasure. This provides momentary satisfaction, but ultimately leaves you feeling empty, exhausted, and disconnected. You can also channel this energy into something deeper, such as a creative project, a meditation practice, a long-term goal, or even your physical health through exercise or breathing exercises. The key is not to repress this impulse, but to transform it into something higher. When you begin to realize that you have the power to redirect this energy, you enter a state of presence and control. What once seemed like a struggle against your own impulses becomes a conscious process of energy management. The fusion of science and spirituality is essential to understanding how the retention and transmutation process truly works. Science is beginning to confirm when the ancient masters have known for millennia. Holding back sexual energy has profound impacts on the body and mind. Modern neuroscientific studies have shown that compulsive behaviors, such as excessive pornography consumption or compulsive masturbation, can affect areas of the brain associated with motivation, focus, and emotion. In other words, the more you give in to immediate pleasure, the more your focus and mental clarity weaken. Conversely, holding back and channeling this energy helps increase testosterone levels, improve cognitive clarity, and strengthen the nervous system. Additionally, studies indicate that holding back sexual energy creates an inner space of greater emotional and mental stability, thus promoting greater patience, focus, and presence. This is the scientific basis. From a spiritual perspective, the concept of energy retention has its roots in several ancient traditions. In many of them, this energy was not seen as something to be denied, but rather as something to be channeled into creation. Whether to expand consciousness, build a more balanced life, or heal, spirituality goes beyond the body and mind. It is directly related to direction and purpose. It is not enough to hold energy. It must be directed towards something greater. This is true transformation. Now that we know what life energy is and how to transform it, let's talk about the practical process of conserving and channeling it. This is where change begins, and the process is as simple as it is powerful. The first step is to observe your impulses without judgment. When you feel a desire or impulse, stop and ask yourself, what am I really seeking? What is the true purpose of this impulse? This simple self-awareness practice already begins to change the way you manage your energy. When the impulse arises, practice a conscious pause. It's not about suppressing it, but rather letting the energy calm down. Breathe deeply and observe the impulse without immediately reacting. This will begin to change your automatic responses. The key to true transformation lies in consistency. Every day, in moments of challenge or desire, practice this process of mastery and channeling. Over time, you will realize that it is not about fighting your impulses, but rather about wisely redirecting them. In doing so, you will strengthen your self-control, your presence, and your vitality. By applying these practices, you will notice immediate changes in your energy. It may be difficult at first, but little by little, you will feel greater focus, clarity of mind, and presence in what you do. This will be reflected in your personal and professional life, and of course, in your relationships. Over time, the results will become more and more evident. Energy retention and transmutation go beyond spiritual practice. They transform your life, give you deeper meaning and direction, and help you achieve an unimaginable level of self-mastery. We've reached the end of this video, and the journey we've embarked on together is only just beginning. Training yourself to hold and channel your life force energy is a powerful key to unlocking your potential and transforming not only your body and mind, but also your interaction with the world. Remember that true transformation isn't about fighting your desires, but about channeling that energy into something greater, something that uplifts and empowers you. The path to regaining control of your energy and living a meaningful life is a journey, but with each step, you'll become more centered, present, and in tune with your true essence. This journey is yours, and the power to change is in your hands. Thank you so much for following us this far. If this content has touched and resonated with you, please subscribe to the channel by joining our community. You will continue to explore concrete paths to self-mastery, personal development, and spiritual transformation. See you soon for the next video. We'll share more ideas, practices, and insights that will help you awaken your inner power. Don't miss it. See you soon for the next chapter of this journey of self-discovery and growth.